Happy Thursday and happy Facebook Live time. My name is Melissa Kerman of Melissa's Crafting Treehouse, and this is my bi-weekly, every other week, Facebook Live. So I have tons to share with you today. Super excited. I have some giveaways. I have a project or two to show you, and a bunch of announcements. So yeah, super fun. And I got my new Stampin' Up catalog, so I'm going to show you the cover and the stamp set I got for free as part of attendance at an upcoming Stampin' Up event. So lots to share, and I'm super excited. I'm even going to use the new stamp set that I got literally in the mail yesterday on one of our projects. So much to share. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so yes, lots to share. Prizes and giveaways, a project, announcements, and the new catalog cover. So excited. All right, so let's just jump right in. Today I'm going to be using the All Squared Away bundle. It's actually an item that is on sale, but the sale ends today. It's 20% off today. It's also on the retiring products list, and it will not be on sale during the last chance product sale, which starts tomorrow. So if you want it, today's the day to do it. So I'm going to try to remember to say that a few times because, you know, nothing like last minute showing you guys this stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the announcements. Again, I'm also going to announce the winner of the Grace's Garden class that I gave away as part of my 19-year anniversary special. So anyway, let's talk about my 19th anniversary. So thank you all to those of you, hi Sharon, who participated in my 19-year anniversary celebration with Stampin' Up. It was a lot of fun. I did 2 back-to-back Facebook Lives and shared projects and had giveaways. So yes, I'm going to announce one of the winners of the second set of prizes tonight. But thank you so much for celebrating with me and making it extra special. So that's top of mind. I'm feeling so much better this week. 2 weeks ago when I was live, I had a hoarse throat, I was fighting a bug, and I'm so happy to be feeling better today. Still got a little something in my throat though. Let's see. Oh, MJ, you got your Waves of the Ocean box in the mail. I'm so excited. So you have a little surprise in there, a very, very small little surprise that is actually a sneak peek of something. I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit. It's, anyway, it says it in it. So anyway, happy mail for MJ and others. Hopefully others are getting their packs as well. So we're talking about the Waves of the Ocean Stamp Camp to Go. You had the option to buy just the PDF or to buy a kit in the mail. Oh, Sharon, you got yours too. Wonderful. It was very fun putting those together. In my newsletter yesterday, I had a photograph of my assembly line where I'd packed everything up. I packed up all the kits, but I had all the supplies and everything. Anyway, it was fun to share. So if you hopefully you enjoyed seeing that photograph. But anyway, so when I was cutting, I needed to cut, there's certain numbers that make sense, right? So I ended up cutting an extra set of projects. And I have an extra set of all the materials that go in it, the consumables, the designer paper, and the foil. I did my projects for my club based upon that too, and I kind of overestimated what I needed just to be sure I didn't run out. So I have a Waves of the Ocean Stamp Camp to Go class kit available to purchase. It's the last one. Once that one sells, all gone. And I really would love to find a good home for it. So it includes about $40 worth of product, 12 project kits that are all nicely packaged up. You do need the Waves of the Ocean bundle. That's not included in it, so you have to either have purchased it or purchase it for the Stamp Camp. And details were in my newsletter yesterday. So I hope somebody will take advantage of that because otherwise it's just going to go to waste sitting in my crafting space. So yeah, and the PDF is still available for purchase as well. It's an amazing set of 12 projects. I did include a couple of testimonials in my newsletter yesterday. So if you read those, you would know that people seem to be very, very happy with the Stamp Camp. All right, so that's about the Ways of the Ocean Stamp Camp. Next up, again, the Savings Are in Bloom promotion ends today. So that's 20% off the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and 20% off 13 select bundles. Again, I'm going to be using the All Squared Away bundle today. That is one of the items you can get at 20% off. And it's taken me a while to get around to playing with this bundle, but I have had so much fun. I'm also using it. I'm using it for my upcoming kissing technique class. And in that class, I'm going to be showing several different ways to do the kissing technique. So I'm super excited, and I'm really excited about all the projects, but the stuff I'm going to show you today, I'm going to give you some little sneak peeks of some projects I've made with the kissing technique. And I've used it All Squared Away, which is anyway, I highly recommend it. It's a super cute set. You're going to see more in just a bit, so I'll stop talking about that. Okay, let's see what else. So we have a new catalog coming really soon. As I mentioned, I got mine, so I'm going to show you the cover today. Can't show you the inside, but I can show you the cover. So the last chance list is public. I published it last week in my newsletter, but the sale officially starts tomorrow, April 1st. If you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. There are lots of things that are on discount, but again, the All Squared Away is on the last chance list, but it is not discounted on the last chance list. So the last day to get it at a discount is today. All right. Next up, a new catalog coming means I'm going to be ordering catalogs and sending them to my customers. So I send them automatically to any customer who has purchased $50 in product in the last 6 months from me. So you can expect to get one in the mail no matter what if you fall into that category. If you don't, I'm not going to know that you want a catalog. It's honestly expensive to send the catalog, so I want to know that people really want them. So if you're a customer, you haven't purchased in the last 6 months and you would like a catalog, you are happy to, you're welcome to reach out to me and let me know. There was a link in my newsletter where you could sign up on a form to let me know you want a catalog. If your intention is to purchase from me, I'm happy to send you a catalog. And that's true whether you're a current customer or a new customer or a soon-to-be new customer, et cetera, et cetera. So yes, I will be ordering my catalogs tomorrow on the pre-order. So let me know as soon as possible because I want to make sure I order enough for everybody that wants one. All right, with every new catalog, I do my Taste of a Sweet product shares. I haven't published the information yet for that, but I am working on it. Those are coming. If you're not familiar with what those are, I take each of the sweets that are in the catalog and I take all the consumable products and divide them up in logical ways, either by 2 or by 4 or by 3, depending on what's included in it. And then I bundle it all up so it's super pretty and sell it to you guys. So it's a way to get a ton of products without spending nearly as much money. So those are coming. Watch for details about that next week in my newsletter. If you're not a newsletter subscriber, definitely become one. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm so glad you like my product shares. Thanks for letting us know, Elizabeth. I'm missing most of the comments. I have to look up more often. All right. What else? Okay, so again, the technique class for April is the kissing technique. We're going to be doing some things that maybe you've never seen before. So I'm going to give you some sneak peeks, but not tell you all the things today. So hopefully I will entice you to sign up. The deadline to sign up is, what do I have? It's on my website. I want to say it's the 14th of April. But there's no better time to sign up than now. So you can sign up with a kit, and that's $40. I send it to you in the mail with all pre-cut goodies, or you can buy the electronic class, that's $30. I'm going to show you the stamp sets that I'm using for that class today. I tend to use a wide range of stamps as opposed to just one, so I can show you a bunch of different ways to do any given technique whenever I do a technique class. So I'm going to show you what I'm using today, just so you will have an idea. Okay, so let's see. All right, so I'm going to, if you get my newsletter, you already know the answer to this, but if you don't, you might be happy to know I have I did two prize giveaways, my Grace's Garden class with the bundle, and my Grace's Garden class without the bundle. So last 2 weeks ago, you had the opportunity to use the hashtag to let me know whether you had the bundle or didn't and which you would like. And I have drawn some winners. And the winner of the bundle with the stamp set and the dies and the class kits is Megan Bogle. So congratulations, Megan. She knows, she saw it in my newsletter, sent me an email. So I'm so glad you're so happy about that, Megan. And the winner of the Grace's Garden with the class kit only is Heather, I'm going to say this wrong, and I Bartolomus or something like that. I don't know. I actually don't have the full spelling in front of me. But Heather, it was in my newsletter. You know who you are, and I know you're on my newsletter. So anyway, goody. You have happy mail coming, and these are amazing projects. I shared the details of them last week. So congratulations to you guys. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down. I'm going to show you a few things, and then we'll get started with the projects. All righty. Hi, Sally. Good to see you here. All right. Okay, so on my screen, you see a couple of hashtags. I'm going to explain those in just a minute. But before we get into other things, hey, Megan, see you're here. Yay. So we're going to be using, like I said, a variety of things for the kissing technique class. So this is one of them. I think it's kind of appropriate because it has sort of the love theme. So here together, this is part of a special promotion happening right now. This is only available for a limited time. I can't remember what the date is though. But this is one of the projects is based upon this set. We're going to be using this one, Seize the Day. Love the projects I made with that. I love them all anyway. What am I saying? And then last but not least, it's not last but not least. Ranunculus Romance. We're going to be using this one. And we're using watercolor shapes. Now, I will have a workaround if you don't have this set. I realize I'm using a lot of different sets. And I always make recommendations for what you can replace out for the things I'm using, so you can use the stamps you have on hand. You don't necessarily have to use the stamps I'm using. The last one we're using is this All Squared Away for the kissing technique class. And honestly, there are things that could replace any of these 4 sets, but this one is going to be a hard one to replace to do exactly what I'm doing in the class. So if you're participating and you really want to make the projects as designed, I would recommend that you get this bundle today. Today you get 20% off, tomorrow you don't. So we're going to be playing with this a lot today, so you'll get to see some really fun projects with it, and some sneak peeks of kissing. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to show you one version of what I'm making, and let me explain the hashtags. So I've got 2 things to give away today. One of the things I'm going to be making are some 3x3 cards. So one of the hashtags, hashtag 3x3 fun. Love the little projects that I'm going to be showing you. So you can use the hashtag anytime, comment live here on Facebook or on YouTube if you're on YouTube, and you will get an entry for those, my little 3x3 gift, and you'll see more about that in just a bit. Now, I also have a couple of in-color bookmarks. I'm using these in colors today. I offered these to, I think, people who participated in BOGO, but nobody sent me an email saying they wanted one. And so either they have it already or they don't want it. So you snooze, you lose. The instruction said you had to email me. So I still have these 2 to give away. So what I'm going to do is if you're the winner of the hashtag 3x3 fun, you're going to get the 3x3 gift. And you're also going to get one of these. If you already have one, you don't want it, just let me know. And then the other person's going to get the second one. So you can comment using those hashtags anytime you want, because those are the gifts that I'm giving away today. All right, so quick little look at the project. So I'm making several different versions of this, or I have. This is just one of them. The one I'm going to make today is a little bit different from this one, but you'll get the idea soon. So super cute little card. You can see I've used the All all squared away, set, and I just realized I neglected to do one important thing that you might all really want. You might want to see the cover of the new catalog. Woohoo! So this is the new cover. Maybe you've seen it. I don't know. Maybe you haven't. But isn't it so pretty? I think I can show you the back cover. I think that's okay because it's the outside. I love this back. I mean, is that not beautiful or what? I took a picture of myself with this side also because I think it's super pretty. Tell me what you think of the catalog if you have seen it or, based upon what you just saw or whatever. Okay, so the other thing I mentioned is that I am participating in a Stampin' Up! Event called, thank you for letting me know you have the bookmark, Elizabeth, called On Tour. It's a Stampin' Up! Event, and by participating, we get our annual catalog earlier than other demonstrators, and we get a free stamp set with our registration. So here's the set that I got. It's called Limited Edition. Great stamps if you are making and selling your cards because they have the Stampin' Up! Logo right on them, so you can stamp it on the back side. So to be in compliance with Stampin' Up! Rules, you have to stamp this on the back so it has the Stampin' Up! Logo and you're giving credit for the artwork essentially. But it also has some images that don't have that, the Stampin' Up! And I just think it's a great, useful set. So we're going to be using that today. So Tracy, yeah, you like the gorgeous back cover. And I know as far as being sick, I'm really pretty much over it. Still have a little bit of throat congestion, but for the most part, I am good. And I'm so happy that I'm healthy again. I haven't been sick for 2 years, so it was really strange being sick. All right, so showed you the catalog and the bookmarks. All righty, so let's go ahead and get started. I hope I haven't forgotten anything else. I don't think I have. Okay, what we're going to start with is, got this little goodie bag here. I've got a card base that measures 4 1/4 by 11, folded in half. Now, I'm also going to be using, for today's project, the Tasteful Textile Embossing Folder. This is also retiring, which is kind of killing me because it's just a great, simple texture. It's kind of my go-to. You guys have probably seen me use it like hundreds of times. That's an exaggeration, but you get it. So it has this lovely texture, simple kind of texture to it. And as you can see on my card, it's the background. So it gives the card just a little bit more interest by having that texture. So I'm super bummed that this isn't still available after the catalog retires. So definitely a go-to. I recommend buying this like for everybody. All right. So we got those two pieces, my dry embossed piece, and then we're going to start with doing a little bit of stamping. I've got this tiny little square. And again, I've used the in colors for this. So for this first one, I'm using the Bumblebee. Now, the in colors that I'm focusing on, and I didn't say it, right? They're retiring. These beautiful colors are retiring. Love these colors. I'm really going to miss them a lot. So I love to use things that are retiring, just to kind of say goodbye to them and, of course, to promote them and share them. If you love these colors, you definitely want to get them sooner rather than later because they run out like really fast. I definitely recommend buying them soon. The re-inkers, the ink pads, the cardstock, anything that's in those colors that is going to go away really fast since they're on the retiring list, especially starting tomorrow. All right, so we're going to start with stamping my Bumblebee ink. And I've used all 4 of these different squares on my various cards. For this one, I'm using that one. The lighting is not so great, so let's see if we can get that in here. That's better. Just always trying to make sure there's no glare in you guys' eyes. All right, and just gonna bring in a piece of scrap paper. And because I'm gonna stamp this off. If it's too dark, there's not enough contrast, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take off that first layer of ink. And now this is the tricky part. It's hard to see when it's a white piece. So I'm bringing in a green piece so I can really see the boundaries of my cardstock. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that image. Again, it's stamped off. Where can you see a list of the retiring items? There's actually one on my website. If you go to the blog link, that's one of the tabs across the top. In the right-hand side of the page, there's a column on the right side. There is a link to the last chance list. There's also one in my newsletter that I sent yesterday. Notice it's a little hard to get that really exactly in the center when I'm on camera. I'm going to try that one again. Try to get that a little bit more square in the center. Stamp off. And then I'm going to pull this down to the bottom of my screen so I can be a little bit more over the top. The funny thing is, I think I've done a better job when it was on white cardstock or white paper as my background than on the green. Isn't that funny? Okay, now that one's pretty good. That one's a lot better than the last one. All right. Simple, right? And the cards I'm making today are super simple, but it's also the kind of thing where you can make a ton of them and get a lot of quick cards made. And that's one of the things I love about this particular set. Okay, so I've die cut one of my little dies there, and I'm gonna bring those dies back in. There's a lot of adorable little shapes here. And I have done my trick where I put my white glue on the back and I let it dry. So you can see it's clear and shiny. It was white to start with because I used my multi-purpose liquid glue, which is white to begin with. But you can see, it's like my favorite all-time trick ever, is that I can touch it, I can mess with it, and it's sticking to my fingers, but it's not goopy on my fingers, and I can completely control this piece, and it's not going to ooze out when I put it down. So now I'm just going to superimpose it right over my stamped square, trying to make sure that I have an even edge on all four sides and that I'm still covering the edges of the stamp. So there we go. Simple, easy peasy. Isn't that so cute? I think it's so cute. Okay, next I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back side. So if I didn't mention it, I think I did already, but I'm going to say it again. I've got some really cute cards that I've made with this, with the kissing technique. And I'm going to show you a bunch of the things that I made. In addition to the things I'm making, I've also made some just as I was playing. And it's sort of a little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing for one of the projects in the class, the kissing technique class. Dimensionals on there. I'm just going to go ahead and attach that. So cute. I'm kind of a sucker for cute things. All right, so now we got that. Now I've got a sentiment that I'm using from this. You are so worth celebrating. I think these sentiments and fonts, the font is so cute. I especially love this one. The best thing about today is you. For those people that did the Waves of the Ocean stamp camp and got a kit, I sent what I think is an adorable little card with a sneak peek of the kissing technique class. It had that sentiment on it because that's what I think. I'm so appreciative of my customers, people who support my business. All right, so I've stamped my sentiment on my little white strip here, and I'm going to go ahead and just put it right onto my bumblebee layer. And now I've die cut one of these cute little flowers. This is, again, all part of the dies in the set. All these coordinating pieces overlay or coordinate with each of the elements in those square dies. I've got my bone folder. I've got my little die cut piece. And I'm just going to, oh, you liked the little card, MJ? I'm so glad. So I'm just curling, pressing it against my finger, and I'm creating a little bit of shape to my flower. I want to give it a little bit of dimension and step up this card just a little bit. So you can see, got that right there. Somebody gave me a heart, thank you. I still haven't figured out how to do that for somebody else doing hearts. So yeah, give me hearts, man. All right, so this piece, again, is already dry embossed with my Tasteful Textiles embossing folder. I've got adhesive on the back. I've got one of my little plastic pieces on there. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the front of my card. It's just going to get centered on there. I like to use the more subtle side for this particular one, since I've got a pretty small focal piece. And I'm done with my yellow ink, my Bumblebee ink. Who else is going to be sad that Bumblebee's going away? Me. All right, so we're in the home stretch on this one, and then I got another thing to show you. So we're going to just go ahead and place that so that the framing on the top and the right and the left is just about the same. And then I'm going to take my sentiment, which is not square on there at all. It's actually letting me pull it right off. Let's get that on there a little bit better. I need to have my even edges. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, and then this is just going to go at the bottom. Okay, got a few quick little things to do here. So now I've got my little curled flower. I'm going to grab a glue dot, press it down and put it on the back side. And then that's just going to get superimposed over this flower. Now, I have to find which way is the right orientation. Okay, so that's it. So now I've got a little bit of dimension to my flower, and it's white and bumblebee. And now last but not least, I'm going to grab one of my just regular old rhinestones, and I want to color my rhinestone. Now, if I had a bumblebee, yes, you're going to miss the in colors, Melissa. Me too. The bumblebee never came in a blends alcohol marker, which is what I would normally use to color this. But because I don't have it, I'm going to grab my bronze, which is a really sort of perfect way to get a little bit of a yellowish kind of hue in there. So I'm going to use one of my, let's see, which one do I want to use? Small, medium, or large? I think I'm going to use one of my large ones. I wonder if I colored that one bronze. I may have. I'm going to just go over that one and make it a little bit darker, because that looks like it might be the perfect one for using in the center of my flower. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up my little rhinestone. Now this opening in the hole is pretty big, so using the biggest one is actually a nice fit for this because it covers the edges of the hole. Oop. Sure, it's actually going to stick in there. And there we go. There's my adorable little card. Clean and simple with some extra added little touches of fun. So before I show you the other cards that I made in the same design, we're going to do a little bit of stamping, a little more stamping. I want to show you actually an even simpler option for how to use this set. So I've got the same size square and got a little 3x3 card, so that measures 3 by 6, and I just scored it down the middle. And for this one, I'm going to use this little shape right here, and I'm going to use my Just Jade. And again, I'm probably going to use the stamped off ink of this, so it's light enough for how I want to use it. And let's see if I can get over this enough to do the stamping. And then I can choose if I want to use the light or the dark. Part of the challenge is the block creates a little sort of, I don't know, magnification along the edges, which makes it hard to see the edges. That's pretty spot on, huh? Amazing. Okay, now I'm going to do the back side, and then I'm going to choose whether I want the stamped off or the fully inked side. We'll stamp both of them and see how it goes. All right, so now I'm going to bring in some of the stamps from that new set, which I'm so excited to get to play with so soon. Again, this one is going to be in the new annual catalog, limited edition. And I'm going to grab, I got these two. These are kind of my faves. Just for You and a paper hug from me. And let's see. Let's try the paper hug on this side. And we'll do the Just for You on the back side and see what we think. So for this one, I'm not going to use any of the dies. I'm just going really simple. This is more of a bold sentiment, so it might stand up to that dark green. And now let's try the Just for You. Cute little image here. And I'm using Jet Black StazOn. You guys, if you follow me, you know it's my go-to, unless I'm using photopolymer stamps. It will stain your photopolymer stamps, so you don't want to use it on your photopolymer. Now, I got a tiny little edge of black because I didn't cut my stamp down enough. Dang. Hate when that happens. Because I think I like the light better because it shows the sentiment better. I love the paper hugs for me, but I think I like the light better. Comment while I'm doing my sanding and tell me if you have a preference. So I'm using my little sand eraser here. It's kind of like gently sanding off the excess. I think I'm probably making it worse, and it's just so subtle that I don't think I'm going to really worry about that little bit of black. It's too small to worry about. Okay. So the side one, Just for You. Side two, a paper hug from me. I love them both. I think they're great. Great sentiments. How can you go wrong, right? All right. Now, let's put some dimensionals, and you like the light ink, but the paper hug stamp. Oh my goodness. Here. I know, right? Light, dark. Yeah. The paper hug is definitely great. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we're just going to go with the light side just because you can see it better. And I'm going to put dimensionals on the back side. So this is like, I almost hate to cover this up, but what can you do? This is the easiest thing you can possibly do. Now, I love my little 3x3 cards, and part of why I wanted to show you them, well, first of all, this stamp set just goes so well with a 3x3 format. But in addition, one of the things that's retiring in the catalog that I'm kind of sad about is the little plastic boxes that coordinate with 3x3 cards. The envelopes are not retiring, so I'm very happy about that. But the little plastic boxes that we sell, I'll show you them in a second, are retiring. I might just have to get some, so that I have them. So there's my adorable little card. Is that cute or what? Okay, so I'm going to show you my other ones. And so these are the 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 acetate boxes. These are the ones that are retiring. They're super easy to assemble. So you just kind of fold on the score lines, fold in the tabs. I like to fold back to get the scoring in a nice fold. Yeah, I get to show a cute 3x3 box to make. Yes, you're right, Kimmy. Always the silver lining. There's always another way around, right? Another way to skin the cat, as they say. But anyway, these are just so cute because they're see-through, easy to assemble. Honestly, a whole lot easier than making a box. So there's my cute little box. So let's show you what I'm going to put inside, and this is going to be the gift for whoever wins the hashtag 3x3 fun drawing. So And then I'll show you the rest of the cards as well and my other samples. So now this is super simple, right? And I could dress it up a little bit. So let's do a little dressing up. So first of all, I made another one in the green, a paper hug, right? Sally, was it you who said you liked the paper hug better? So this one is another one of the patterns in the back, but I took some of the Waves Rhinestone Jewels. These are part of the Waves of the Ocean Stamp Camp. You get a full pack of these in the kit if you buy my very last kit. So I've taken some of the green ones and just embellished a little bit. So isn't that cute? Kind of takes it up a notch. And this one is just the simple one. And then I did this one in the Misty Moonlight. Again, another one of the patterns in the back. Took some of the blue rhinestones, same as from the Waves of the Ocean rhinestones. And then I've got this one. It's the paper hugs on the dark. It's a little bit dark, but cute, right? And then, of course, done one on each color. And then Bumblebee and the Magenta Madness. So I thought we would dress these ones up just a little bit, just for fun. So I've got my rhinestones. And I've got my bronze blends alcohol marker. Got a couple little embellishments to go with. So let's see. Oh, and I have an idea for that one. So this is what I had in mind, was just grab a little flower, stick it on there. I've already curled them up with my bone folder. So you can see I've got my dimension in them to make them look pretty. Give them a little bit of interest. And then I'm just going to tuck that in there. And I'm going to do the same with my other flower shape. Oop, got a glue dot on my finger instead. How'd that happen? Okay, so there we got that so far. And let's grab the bronze, and I'm going to put a bronze one in the center of my little flower. A couple little rhinestones, a couple little die cuts, and we take these adorable little cards from Cute to Cuter. So there's that one. Isn't that cute? So cute. Okay, and then let's grab, oh, look, I have a pink one. I colored a pink one. Let's give it a little more pink. This is my Magenta Madness. Blends alcohol marker, so I'm just going to color that a little bit more and put that one in the center of here. A little bit more demure, right? Small, still covering up the little hole, but cute, right? Okay, what next shall we do? Oh, and I had in mind with this one, I have a couple of little itty bitty dies. Let's try that. So now these are also dies that are in the set. And let's see if I can curl those up. We'll see if it's possible. That's pretty tiny. I did actually curl them up on another one, so what I had in mind is I would use them to cover up my little boo-boo. One of those little happy accident things, right? Where you go, I can work with this. There's a way around, like that. Now I have another idea for my last one. Okay, glue dot. And we're going to put two on this side, one that's going to cover my little boo-boo, and one that's up a little bit higher. Who's excited to get this? Remember, hashtag, the hashtag is hashtag 3x3fun, and you could be the winner of these adorable little cards. All gussied up with rhinestones and die cut pieces. Okay, so guess what we have to do on this one now? We have to put some rhinestones in. So I'm going to use some of these green ones. The greenish blue ones are really the best
suited to the Just Jade. I don't know what color they really are. Maybe they're Coastal Cabana, but either way it works. What do you guys think of my happy accident fix? I think it worked out pretty well. I never would have thought to put them around, but I think that looks pretty cute. Okay, now on this one, I had something else in mind. So much fun. Just love it. And I still have to show you my kissing projects and the rest of the projects I made of the full-size card. So let's see. I'm going to just use one of these little itty-bitty ones, coloring it with my bronze. I use my bronze blends alcohol marker this way a lot. You can see it's a little frayed at the end because I use it a lot. And when I have club members come over, people come stamp with me, that does occasionally happen these days, they get well used. So this is where I had in mind. Just a super simple little spot right at the bottom of the flower. So this you can compare. We did, of course, the 4 in the corner, and on this one I just wanted that very subtle little rhinestone right there in the center. All right, so whoever gets these, well, I'm going to fit in this box whatever can fit. It might not fit more than 5. We'll see, and I'm going to include envelopes in it too. So that's that. Cute, right? Okay, so, and again, the in-color bookmark will go with that. Comment if you already have one of my in-color bookmarks, because I won't send it if you already have it. I'll give it to somebody else. So somebody's going to win the little mini cards in the little box with the in-color bookmark, and somebody's going to win the second in-color bookmark. All right, so let's show you the cards and my other fun projects. So the full set. So this is the one I showed at the beginning. This is the one we made. Here's the next one. So that's another one of the dies. The bling really brightens the card. Yeah, I agree. And they're so super simple. So look at that one with the cute little flowers at the top and all those little rhinestones. Simple, simple cards, but so fun. I think they're so fun. Okay, so as if that's not enough. So here's more. I had fun today. Wow, yeah. You can't believe it's been 2 years. I know, isn't that so true? All right, so what I'm going to show you next, and I'm not going to explain how I did them, but these are little sort of sneak peeks of some of the kissing type things that I've played with and what will be part of the class in some way, shape, or form. So we're going to start with this one. So there's the one I made, kissing again. Got my Wink of Stella on the flower there. And then this one. This was a fun little accident. Just happened by accident, yeah. That one's not, well, not so much kissing. And then this one, another kissing. I had so much fun playing with these, you guys. It's like, yeah, just so much fun. I got so excited when I was doing this today, going, I can't wait to show all these. Can't wait to show the sneak peeks. So, all right, so now I covered up all my hashtags there and my host code. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed those. So again, all squared away. Can you believe how cute all those cards were? And they're clean and simple for the most part. I mean, you don't have to put the bling on them, but the bling is a really nice addition, I think, and really steps them up. So all these projects I'm going to have, well, I'll see what I can fit on my blog post, which will go live on Saturday. This video will post on YouTube on Saturday as well. So there's the set that I featured today. And again, this is 20% off. Today is the last day for 20% off. And tomorrow it's going to be on the last chance list, but it won't be at a discount anymore. So maybe you just have to have it like I do. Or like I did. All right. And of course, if you've signed up for or plan to sign up for the Kissing Technique class, I highly recommend that you get that bundle. I think you will not regret it. I looked through the catalog today and I was looking for some things that either the new catalog or the old catalog for things that might allow me to do the same kinds of things that I did with this in the class, in the kissing class. And it was kind of hard to find. So there's a certain combination of features that you need to make it work optimally, shall we say. All right, I am going to turn the camera around and we'll finish up and just give you the last little reminders. I'm glad you guys are using the hashtags to let me know what of the giveaways you're excited about. Okay, yay. All right, so let's see. So quick reminder. So you know that bundle, talked about that infinitum. I got my kissing class, technique class. The details are on my website. You just go to the classes and events tab. And under that tab, you'll go to technique classes available now, and you'll see all the kissing related class details at the top of the page. It was also in my newsletter, well, a link to it anyway. And there were sneak peeks of the actual projects, which I have not showed you today, in my newsletter as well, and on my website on the page I just described. I'm glad you enjoyed it tonight, Kimmy. Let's see what else. Of course, I have my Waves of the Ocean Stamp Camp to Go kit still available. Let me know if you are interested in it. There was a link in my newsletter to click the link to register. As soon as the first person registers and buys it, then I'm going to shut it off. So hopefully we'll have somebody interested. And the PDF is still available as well. That link was in my newsletter also. I will put that link in the video description, both here in Facebook and on YouTube too, so that it's easy for you guys to access these links that I'm referring to. Alrighty, what else? Last chance discounts start tomorrow. New catalog is coming. If you're interested in getting a catalog from me and you're not automatically going to get one if you haven't purchased from me, definitely click on the link in my newsletter to let me know. Again, I'll put that link in the description also. And product shares are coming. I've talked about the kissing technique class. Okay, covered it all. So I will be back. Oh, you didn't receive my newsletter. You know, sometimes when people subscribe to my newsletter, it bounces. There's, you know, in the technology world, whatever your email or the service, I will check. I will check on that for you, Tracy. Sometimes it's, you sometimes need to use a different email address because your email service is just rejecting what I'm sending. It is helpful if you put my email address into your contact list. That can help. And the one you would want to put in is create@melissascraftingtreehouse.com. That's the email that's associated with my email service where I send my newsletter from. So again, create@melissascraftingtreehouse.com. Or look in your spam, because sometimes emails will go to spam. But I will check on your account, Tracy, and see if I can see if it bounced or if it went through and you just didn't get it. Alrighty, so, and I see you say I'm in my contacts. Just check that it's the email address I just described, because I also have a Gmail address, which I use quite a lot as well, but it's not the one that's linked with my newsletter. All right. So again, the blog post will be live on Saturday, and I'll go live. This will be live on YouTube on Saturday as well. And I can't think of anything else. Thank you so much for joining me, for spending some time with me and crafting along with me. I hope you're inspired to create maybe some 3x3 cards or some clean and simple cards, or to buy this bundle because it's a wonderful bundle. All right, everybody, we'll see you soon. See ya on the 14th is my next Facebook Live. So 2 weeks from tonight, I'm actually super excited. I have a friend and her husband who are coming into town. These are best buddies from back when I lived in California. Our kids grew up together, played together, and then we moved here. So, but we've stayed in touch, and they are coming to visit. It's their first time visiting, and we've lived here for a long time, 16 years or something. We visited them, you know, but they have business here. So we're going to have a blast. So I'm going to try to disconnect for a few days in the mix when they're here with us, because I just really want to enjoy being with my friends. So exciting. All right. So
I'll see you in a couple of weeks, everybody, and have a wonderful couple weeks. Okay, thanks, everybody. Bye.